Welcome to Paperweights, the podcast where two self-proclaimed gym rats and shooting enthusiasts delve into the world of literature with a sprinkle of humor. Although their biceps could crush a walnut, don't let that intimidate you. They also have a nerdy side. Mike and Brandon have a voracious appetite for reading, particularly in the fantasy genre, and they want to share their passion with you. So grab your protein shake and your favorite novel and join us for a humorous and insightful journey into the world of books with Paperweights.
Welcome back to another episode of Paperweights. I'm your host, Brandon.
And Justin.
And today we are continuing, wow, I can't talk, our discussion of An Echo of Things to Come, which is book 2 of the Licanius Trilogy. We get to roughly the halfway point, so chapters 14 through 22. We get to leave off on a cliffhanger. We actually discussed whether or not we were going to read it and not be cliffhanged, but we decided to stay with the cliffhanger. So,
yeah, because you never know if that chapter ends with a cliffhanger and then it just spirals down. So,
yeah. So, before we get into it, we are sponsored by the lovely Louisiana business Mudcat Whiskers. Their website is mudcatwhiskers.com. They specialize in selling men's grooming products specifically for the hair on your face. Whether you shave or you trim it and make it look good, or you just let it grow as much as you can down to your feet, like what was it, Rip Van Winkle? He has products for you, so they come in an array of fragrances. Or you can do the wash, conditioner, balm, butter, oil, or you can do the shaving cream if you shave. And then if none of that works for you, then he also sells candles and colognes. So don't forget to use code Paperweights at checkout, and you're going to save yourself some money. And then any money you do spend, it will help him pump funds back into his robotics club, which he leads. So Justin's getting his cat Nix. So
yeah, she was wanting to come up and then just didn't want to, so I had to grab her.
There's nothing more insulting than a cat looking at you, considering joining you, and then denying it.
Well, she put her paws on me. She's like, "Pick me up," and I was like, and she just jumps out. So I was like, "Okay, well, are you gonna come up?" And she's like, "No," and then she's like, "Pick me up," and I pick her up, and then she's like, "No, I'm running by now."
Yeah.
So bad cat.
She's a great cat.
I know.
Big, heavy, fluffy ball.
She is a confusing cat, but they're all confusing.
All cats are confusing.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, since our last episode, I traveled for a concert. Went and saw Pussifer, like my 6th or 7th time seeing that band in various forms, various places. So it's always a good experience. Second row with a friend of mine. Just lots of fun. Lots of fun.
Very nice, very nice. Live concerts are always fun.
Yeah. You and I have been to a handful together. We've done Nightwish.
Yeah.
We've done Hammerfall.
Mm-hmm.
We've done Tear, which is a shirt you're wearing right now.
Yeah.
A local cover band, Werewolf, 80s cover band Werewolf. We've seen quite a few times at various bars.
Yeah.
It's always fun. Always fun to go out and experience things with people.
Yeah.
So
it is.
My daughter, she likes music. We've only taken her to one concert, which was the Christmas Trans-Siberian Orchestra concert. But she likes Benson Boone, and I saw that he has a tour coming up. So going to consider getting some tickets to go see Benson Boone.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, initially I'm like, yeah, let's get the cheapest tickets. But then I'm like, you know what? I wouldn't get the cheapest tickets for a band. Like I wouldn't just get the cheapest tickets for a band that I wanted to see. I would get the tickets that I wanted to for the seats that I would want and be happy with. So, got to extend that same kind of sentiment and love for my daughter. So, can't cheap out there.
True.
But also, we're not getting the $550 VIP pit standing room only tickets.
Yeah, yeah, there's levels.
Yeah, and she doesn't want to stand in there. I think she would become very overwhelmed
Yeah,
in
that's
a
why you
crowd of
need
people.
that's why you need to get her into metal and you have like $35 tickets. That's amazing. They're so cheap.
Yeah, I mean that's like the actual metal. But
Yeah.
my Pussifer and Tool concerts are not $35.
Yeah.
So
The classic get her into metal some overseas shit. But yeah,
yeah.
that's
I
one
mean,
benefit.
hey, the band Wheel that I saw 3 weeks ago, they're from Nor Finland. They're from Finland.
Mm,
Um, VIP tickets and meet and greet and everything with a signed little poster, which is right here.
mm.
It's a signed poster and a little VIP lanyard.
All right.
All of that, including the ticket, was only like $80. So,
And there you go.
I mean, hey,
I mean, I guess this is also shooting myself in the foot because if everybody goes and sees metal concerts, they're gonna get more expensive. So
yeah, but it's fun. It's fun.
yeah, yeah.
Uh, all right, let's dive in.
Okay.
You
Uh,
the microphone is all yours. Please don't drop it though. Um,
good. All right. Yeah. So like before, I'll just do the as brief as can be. Um, Summaries. Still going with just the character breakdowns because they don't meet up this section. I'm gonna start off with Asha. So we start off with her. She's still in the catacombs. She then kind of follow like Ishalar and Valerie. Um, Go. She like is able to follow them. Ishar is her crazy self, and she stabs Valerie with a one of the cool swords. And then fulfilling the prophecy that we saw in the first book, Mercy kills Valerie, steals the sword. She mysteriously knows the way out, and then she exits the catacombs basically, and she hides the sword somewhere. We don't know where, but that's kind of what happens there. Um, The next thing we know, she kind of passed out after escaping the catacombs. Weir is gone. We have a vision or something of Taurus and Thel, two mysterious figures. They offer a choice in a weird language we don't know. She says obey. That's the choice she makes. So we'll see. I don't know. Um, let's see. She finds terrorists, tells them about all the crazy shit in the catacombs. She finds out that Caden is Talcamar, and then she faints again a couple times. She talks with the little librarian dude about basically there's going to be an exposition to Dylandus, and she's gonna like get information there, hopefully about the fainting. And that's kind of all her stuff.
one other thing that you missed over that's minor, but I think a little like it's not minor, but um, when she left the room, there were two like would-be suitors or whatever that were just like waiting for
Yeah,
her to leave her room, and they like followed her. So
yeah, they've still got that little storyline. We'll see if that becomes anything. But yeah, that's kind of her thing. Um, so maybe more hints that she's a what do I call it? Maybe a Forsaken, but it's not the Bear Verdian, whatever the fuck it's called. The
Venerant,
Variant, Venerant, yeah.
Hey, before we move on to Weir or Davian or Tal,
Yeah,
did she run into Taris, and that's who she talked about what happened in the catacombs? I think
yeah, yeah.
I was
She,
victimized by autocorrect here. It says
yeah,
Taurus.
yeah. No, she basically after she passes out with the dude, she goes to Terrace and tells him about the catacomb stuff, and then that's where she finds out about Talcamar, and she's like, "Well, Ishalar was saying some crazy shit about Talcamar. What do we also know about Terrace and or about Caden?" And then that's when she kind of learns about the expedition to Dilanus. So it's kind of
Yeah,
all that.
and she was on her way to Braze, who was the other shadow that she
Yeah.
already connected with about the dizzying spells, but she ran into Taris on the way there, correct?
I think after, but yeah, it's around the same time
Okay.
frame. But the vision it happens before all of that.
Right.
So
Well, it was they laid it out like it was a dream, and then she woke up, and then the rest of the stuff happened. So
yeah, because we don't actually see her get back to like Elena and all that shit. It's just kind of like she leaves the catacombs, and the next chapter she's having this weird vision, and she wakes up.
one of the we can talk about it later, but one of the
Mhm.
key things was that uh she picked up on it. It was like it seemed magical that she all of a sudden knew her way around the catacombs.
Yeah,
But it was after she killed Valir. But it took a little while before it came to be, and she's like, "Oh shit, I know this place."
yeah.
Almost like a Highlander, like cut the head off of a immortal and gain all the knowledge.
Maybe, yeah. But yeah, I don't think we got the name of the sword, but she has a sword hidden somewhere because Valerie was like, "Hey, don't keep it because you can get tracked by it." So we'll see how that where that all comes about. Then I guess I'll go over to Davian. Uh, we found out that it's Fessy and Aaron that were the people that he was attacked by and stuff. They're basically like, hey, we were like thinking about staking you out and seeing if Shriner shows up so we can like murk him. And that was like their plan. And then he's like, well, that's okay. Well, why don't you come join oh my God, the augurs with us, like the
Bullshit.
amnesty. Yeah, Tao Shen. They're like, nah, Tao Shen's a little weird. We've been trying to break into some of like the lower levels and see some shit, and it's getting a little weird.
And they think something's under the central ward.
Yeah. And he's like, all right, cool. Well, you'll keep doing that. I'm gonna go back and meet this new augur. We meet Rohin, who's basically the purple man from Jessica Jones. Exactly. He can just say things and make everybody believe what they say. He's literally the purple man from Jessica Jones. Uh, his rewriting of the world breaks Davian because it's like everything's false. So he like passes out. He wakes up. He's in like a cell that is like magically sealed. So there's no like con or essence can like be used in it. And he's like, well, shit. All right. And then they talk. Um, he's like, hey, join me. We can do such shit. He's like, no. There's a part where Davian could have like killed the dude, but decides not to. He could like energy drain him, all of his essence, but he doesn't do it. And he gets locked in the vault. And he's like, well, all right, cool. All right, I'm just gonna like chill here.
And Ishel is
She's controlled.
she's controlled. It's uh I didn't like Rowan's like, oh, it's not control, and he's like, yeah, it is. Like,
Yeah, I don't really like the storyline all that much.
yeah.
It makes it, I don't know, the magic kind of breaks my brain, like how it works. She's like, oh, there's a random purple man. Um, but whatever. Uh, he basically eventually gets released by Fessy, who is like the best time manipulator lady. try to like break into the central vault, but there's like another shield, and they get away. And then they basically re-break back in. They're trying to get this like stone dagger vessel that will like kill him or whatever. That's kind of like the thing. That's kind of like what happens. Uh,
Eh, who is it supposed to kill?
Rohan.
Okay.
I think that's what. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Why Fessy can't just kill him? I don't know. But yeah. That's kind of they're like kind of doing weird stuff with Rowan.
And in the meantime, with Rowan controlling all of the administrators and the gifted there, they're not, Tolshen is not sending anybody on the expedition to Dylanus. So
Yeah,
they're not getting this expedition to Dylanus is not getting the support that I think what was it the other that Ilan Alan thinks they should have, or
yeah, kind of. Yeah,
the other toll.
yeah, that's yeah. There's only two tolls. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's weird. I did not expect that. I guess do we're real fast, so we till we get to Talcamar. Um, so he is getting talked up a lot by Iria about like saving her and everything, so that's a little weird. We don't know exactly why that's happening, but like her father is really grateful for him and stuff. He's
I took it as a and this is more of discussion, but I took it more of her cementing her kind of claim on their potential relationship and suitorship,
yeah,
courtship, because like when somebody said that she doesn't like being contradicted. So if Weir was like, no, that's not the way it happened, then people are gonna side against him, and she's
yeah.
gonna have more power.
Yeah, it was just everybody's getting controlled. So I didn't know if like Skriner did that, so then nobody will look into like who actually killed all the people. There's oh, he's just really badass. I don't know. It was just a little weird. So
I thought it was.
nobody.
I felt like it was a little more organic.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's just they were doing it so often. I was like, maybe something's weird magically because everybody's weird magically now. But it could just be that. He inspects some of the corpses of the dead assassins. They have burn marks on their arms, potentially hiding their marks. So they could be like un, you know, unmarked, like assassins that can use spells and shit, which is a little weird. He leaves the city, and his bodyguard notices that somebody's following them. I don't know about you. Did you feel like he they went on like a 5 minute jaunt to get to the house?
Yeah, it didn't seem like it was a long
Yeah,
journey at
I
all.
know. I was like, he's like, he like looked outside. There was like somebody following us, and he's like, "Oh yes, here's my house." I was like, "Wait, what? Did I miss?" It was just really funny. I mean, it is like a days out, but it's just the timeline looked really funny whenever I
Yeah.
read it.
No, I was confused by it because they were in like it
They're in
went
the
from
city, yeah,
well, it went from hey, there's somebody following us, and then like the next paragraph was like, and then there were guards on either side of the door. I'm like, oh,
yeah,
did they stop the wagon and get out? And there's
yeah,
guards at the wagon, but no, it was guards at the house. I was like, oh, okay, we're just at the house now.
yeah. That part was really funny and just really weird. I'm glad you. I'm glad I wasn't the only one that was really confused. I was
Like I had
like,
to go back and re. I went back
yeah,
a few paragraphs after it said the guards were outside the door. I was like, what door?
yeah, same. I was like, what? What? It just kind of reminded me of like they're like, all right, we're gonna go visit mom. They like go down the street and there's mom. That's kind of what it felt like, which I guess is kind of true because she had like a little like villa kind of outside the city, but it seemed it for everything it seemed like it was gonna be a longer trip. But anyway, somebody's following them. We meet his mom. She is not happy with him and is you know very much her true husband's wife, and she hates all the gifted and all that shit. And she's like, probably has inkling that her husband was being controlled, and at least shares his former sentiments about that. And it's like, why are you should step down. Oh, it's just bad. Also, your sister is gone. She went to play with friends. And also, your father's study has been cleared out and already sifted through by administrators, which turns out to be a lie, but we'll get that. Basically, also, we find out the person following them is Brishada from book one, um, who can now channel and control essence, whatever it's called. I don't know if they actually say it. She's an essence controller. And it happened randomly. We find out that she got, I think we already knew this, but she got Whisper from Talcamar. And he's like,
We found that out from previously on.
yeah, yeah, that's true. Um, yeah, and she asks him for help, and he's like, I shouldn't do this, but sure, you're pretty cool. But he makes her swear not to kill any other gifted. We then meet his sister, who is not at a friend's house, but has been, in fact, locked up because her mom's freaking out. Deldry. She's in like, hey, no, mom just had all of that shit moved to another room. He goes, finds a key to like the secret compartment Skyner told him about. Opens it up, gets like a journal, and it's like, hey, mom, you're going crazy. I'm gonna peace out. I'm taking my sister. That's kind of his thing.
And an oath stone.
Yes, yes, Ovestone too. Yeah. Other than that, might come into play. His mom hired a bunch of mercenaries.
Oh, there was something. I don't know if you picked up on that at the end, but Weir was like, "Huh." Like when he told her to like back down,
Yeah,
he was like, and for a second there, it felt like something had changed in her. So I don't know if it was something magical that he did to change her again, like
yeah, I don't
another
know.
magic thing. But there was like a little
Yeah, I
word
kind
where I
of
was
got
like,
that. That like, I see this is the one I thought was more organic than the other one. I thought that was like she came to recognize his authority as like the North Warden,
that could be
maybe.
it.
But it could also be magic. Everybody's magic now. It's kind of crazy. That's kind of him. We can go over more detail as we get to characters. All right, Talcamore. All right. Uh, so it starts off. He has a flashback where they're fighting dudes in the black armor with the blind head. They're fighting Lord Patier. Uh, they found out that the magic armor can like time shift people, and like it's pretty cool.
There's
Uh,
also I don't know if it's the I think it's the helmet. The helmet
yeah.
makes them hive mind them, almost like a like the faceless in Wheel of Time with the Trollocs.
Oh, fades.
The Fades, yeah, the Fades can control a horde of Trollocs.
Yeah.
So there's like a leader, and then like apparently there's mind magic melding between them all. But once they take their helmets off,
Yeah, they get
uh,
like discombobulated and they get easily beaten up. We find out that the Veteran have basically been doing being Avengers. Like basically been superheroes for years. They fight. He had Lord Peter has a cool sword. He kills Dyra. Um, and then he gets beaten up. Let's see.
and there's a discussion about
Yeah, they're like, oh,
the
there's a traitor.
sword, like who made it, and they're
Yeah.
like one of us had to make it, but who?
Yeah, we know that's what
Andrail.
Andrel, yeah, who made all the rest of them.
Well, he made it, but no, I think it was. I think what was in question was who gave it to
I don't think they knew
Andrew.
that. I think they didn't know that he could make those yet or anything like that. Um,
So okay, well,
I mean, we don't really
continue.
know,
Yeah.
but yeah, there's a question about the sword. There's somebody made it for them, and it's. I'm pretty sure this can also kill them all because she's just dead. Um, then we go to present day, and we find out that Mildir is the guy that was in the coffin, and they talk, and Takmar's being very coy about his memories and shit. We learn that the Venerant can't read each other, which is good to know, and that they're on the Plains of Decay, which is the center of the Darcian Empire. We have a cool flashback of at Meldir's memory of Talcamar blowing up the city. Pretty cool. Killed lots of people.
Billions of
Uh,
people.
yes. Then he like
Good old Paul Atreides style.
yeah. Then basically he teleports out, teleports to a different random city that we find the name of, where he gets attacked by Ishalar, who's like pissed off that he made her a battery. Um, and she
Well,
beats the shit.
Meldier was also one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but she, as we find out later, she was like aware of everything for thousands of years. So she beats the shit out of him. Almost kills him, but doesn't. This is where we also get the flashback of him putting her into the battery to make the boundary. So we find out that's kind of what's powering the boundary is the Venerants. Okay. He wakes up after getting the shit kicked out of him. Alaris is there. We find out that he's the guy that sent the blind to, to attack Ilan in the first book. We have a flashback with Alaris as a king, and Takmar's in like a jail, and then they talk, and he gets let out. Um, we've present day. Let's see. He finds out that Nethgala took the second device from Ishalar, so he needs like two things to do something, and that she'll be in Dilanis because that's the one place she can't be killed by him or something. And he's like, "Cool, I'll go there." And then they're like, "Go stop the lith, and then we can talk and do stuff." Like, cool. That's kind of it. I don't know. There's more stuff, but that's kind of it.
So all right. So he went through the waterfall. At
Which
the
water?
end of that, at the end of that last chapter with him. Um, so like all of so the city they're in is Al Cathernan, and is like the home of the builders, but they connect all of their like it was explained that they connect
Yeah, it's
all of
basically
their
a
creations
Waygate.
together. Yeah. So do you think he was going to? I I thought he was going to the sanctuary, but
Uh, Maybe, I don't know. He's probably going to end up at Atlanta. It seems like everybody's going to end up at Atlantis.
right. Ultimately, I think he ends up there, but I had a feeling that he was going to the sanctuary simply because it seemed like the conduit in the sanctuary was a type of portal or something.
I can see that.
Because that's where like the Shateth were coming in and out, and Asiliar came in and left
Yeah,
supposedly. So that's where I think he's going to be end up in the next time we see him.
I can see that. But he's eventually going to go to Atlantis.
Yeah,
But yeah. Yeah, that's that. Kind of what happens. I don't know.
yeah, we could discuss more.
The
That's the yeah, that's the summary though.
yeah, the series is weird. Like
It is, but I like it.
I'm enjoying it, but I don't know if it's good, which is weird. Like it's fun. It's just I don't know. It's doing a little too much of like it kind of is doing what Wind and Truth was doing, where it's like a lot of reveals but no characters work yet. Like everybody else is in their separate thing, and like one dude's getting the reveals of shit that happened in the past. We still don't really know what the Lith are, or like what the plan is to beat them, or why we need to beat them. They're gonna kill everybody apparently. So yeah, it's just weird. Like I don't really know what the story is yet. Still,
It's almost like it has the opposite problem that book one had.
yeah.
Like book one, you learned a lot about the characters as they were and they interact with people, but you didn't know anything about their past or like anything of you really didn't know much about the world either.
Yeah,
It was just like question after question after question. And book two is answer after answer after answer, but not a oh yeah, this is the end goal other than all right, we need to make sure the boundary is resealed.
but
But
do we? I
yeah,
don't.
that is also like a lot of their conversations, right? A lot of the conversations between the Venerate, like between Talcamar and the other
Yeah,
Venerate are
the other
like,
dude. Yeah,
well, what side are we on? Like, and it
yeah,
flip flops, and like they get convinced, and there's evidence, and they're like, oh, we were wrong the entire time, and then they apparently spent a long time on this side, and then it's like, no, we were wrong and tricked again, and then like going the opposite direction.
yeah. It's really weird because like I don't, also it's doing a little too much of like like Asha or somebody will overhear a conversation, and that conversation is meaningless to you, to me, the reader, but has like a lot of proper names in it. It's like, hey, try to remember this. It will probably be important. I'm like, maybe. So like what a lot of books do, like Game of Thrones is one of those that does it. It's like the other characters hear conversations that affect other characters, but you know the context for it. So you're like, oh shit, we get a little tidbit of like these guys are gonna like an easy example is that like when Arya's searching through the dragon, searching after the cat, she like hears a conversation from like conspirators about I forget exactly what I think it's like Danny or some shit that they're doing. And you're like, oh, okay, like, it ties together. Well, this is like, you hear stuff and you're like, maybe that's about Takamura, but it's also like three other proper names I don't remember. Or I don't think we've been heard of yet. Like, we don't know who fucking Fell is.
Yeah, no clue.
Yeah, so it's like that could have been a cool reveal. We know Terrace, but then we also don't really know his deal yet. Is he a veteran? Is he a Lith? I don't know. So it's a lot of like reveals and like mystery, but I just don't. It hasn't connected yet.
So, what you want to hear a wild, far-fetched
Do it.
prediction that I, for some reason, keep coming to as a potential is that our main characters of our main modern day characters, non-gods, are actually just the Venerate at their beginning. And then all the Venerate are like, oh, we fucked up. We have to go back to the beginning and make sure things get changed. And so, but they've done it like it's been they've gone back prior to their existence. And so there's already lore of their existence, but they were created far in the future.
Yeah.
It would be interesting if that is the case. I'm not ruling it out, but
Yeah. 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 I don't know. Like, I wish we just knew what the Lith are. Are they like aliens, or are they demons from the underworld or whatever? Or like
Darklands.
they're Darklands. Like I don't know. Or is it? Are they the weird fire creatures we saw with Licanius? I think so. I think that's a Lith.
Yeah, I
Or
think
was
that's
that
a
a
lith.
yeah?
Yeah,
Where they
I think those are the lith. I think they're the fire creatures,
yeah where they
the
came
fire
from?
demon angels, whatever.
Yeah. So like I don't know. It's weird. And like, I yeah, I need them hopefully because it seems like they're all gonna start convalescing at a Dylanus. Um, so because I would also like for the characters to interact with each other again. Like I said, it's kind of getting that Win in Truth or later Stormlight where everybody's so segmented. Even later Wheel of Time, everybody's so segmented.
Hmm.
And I prefer our main characters to not be quite so isolated.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm looking at a map here too now. I pulled up the map that I put behind our videos for these. Um, because like Dylanus and Gaheel, they're close to the boundary of Talangol. So
yeah,
there's like a boundary between the Andara and I guess this is continent of Andara. I don't know. And Talangol.
yeah.
Because
Do you?
I don't know if Neyrut and Desriel are just
Destriel's a country.
okay.
That's where
And
the
Dara is a country too, though.
yeah.
And there's Pride, and that's okay. That's
Do you see Ishalon and Gadel Teth? Ilshan Gadel Teth.
yes, it's in the very north. It's in Talangol, which is on the other side of the boundary.
Okay.
Where's that?
Well,
Is that when one of the visions or the
this
conversations ever happened?
is from last book for when future Davian talks to Asha. She
Okay.
goes, now this is equally important when you find out that I'm at Oshan Gadel Teth. Don't come after me. I'm fine. The Venerant can't kill me, but they will kill you. You are the one they want. I'm just the bait. Um, so that's interesting. We also get a name from that same thing. I would reread this entire thing. It's
I
kind
did
of
too, and
crazy.
I promptly forgot it.
Yeah, that's why I have it pulled up. Um, yeah. Don't tell anyone else you saw me, especially not me. They've read so many of us now. There's no telling whose mind is safe these days. So that's crazy. We get like Reth, I think. Um, that's another name. Let's see. You get a thing that Shadreen. Let's see. Yeah, he gets the yeah, it's a crazy thing. But yeah, it's one of the so whenever he's over there, we're gonna have to remember all that, see if she actually goes. Oh yeah, she doesn't this is another thing. The black change shivered around Davy and he made a groan. She doesn't know anything, and this is the furthest we can go before Talcum. So Talcumar does something to stop them from going further back in time. Or forward furthest in time. So like there's weird shit going on, which is nothing yet has been explained. Um yeah. Tell tell the Shadraheen Takamar's taking Licanius to the wells. Yeah. So yeah. Crazy stuff.
And like we're halfway through the series, and they haven't even visited half of the map.
Yeah.
Like
But
I
I
don't even think they've mentioned anything about any of the oceans or the Sea of Storms.
no, I doubt we're gonna go anywhere over there.
That's funny though. You get this whole map, and then it's like, okay.
Well, it's for the second trilogy. Or if
Like I want
there's
to know what the Isles of Calandra are. So
it sounds cool.
yeah.
But yeah, I am enjoying it. It's weird. It's a weird book series so far. Because I think also like if we just want to get into characters, like Davian's arc right now is just really weird. I don't understand it. Like why he put in like the purple man like this. maybe
Yeah,
it's
I that is my least favorite as well. Him, like what he's doing, and like specifically one of the things that I thought was very out of character, and I was trying to figure out why it would have been in character, is like his shock at Davian tricking him, like to
yeah,
open the door and run out. And then
yeah,
drop your shield. He's like, "You're not drop." Oh fuck! I'm like,
yeah,
okay, so the
yeah.
only thing I could think of is he's not used to people not being under his control.
Which makes sense. It's kind of like what the purple man is like when Jessica Jones or somebody doesn't do what he says because when somebody always obeys you, you get used to it. It was just also weird. David didn't just kill him. He's already killed people before, and like he's obviously super evil. Uh, the power like this. If this was a Baroness Anderson, I'd hate it more because I don't understand how he can just have the power to speak and change reality to everybody. It makes no sense. Maybe he's a veteran or something crazy. We'll have to see. But yeah, like that was just weird. Maybe it's for him after they beat Rowan to like become one of the leaders of Tolshen, and like that's how they like transfer of power happens, where he can like go to the boundary or something. I don't know, but yeah, that storyline was weird. I did like seeing Fessy and Aaron. They were fun. Um, but yeah, that whole storyline. Yeah, I didn't really get why David. Didn't like him manipulating Ishali a lot. Like it seems just overpowered that you know they're able to stop themselves from being controlled, but he can just do that. So it's like a different power level. But yeah, it's just weird.
Yeah.
So hopefully as once it gets resolved, it'll make more sense. It's one of the problems talking about books in little parts. Like it could make a lot of sense why it's placed like this in the book, but right now it's just kind of a little baffling.
Yeah, I mean that is a downfall, and kind of the upside of talking about books in chunks is you get to stop for a second and go, why? What is happening? Try to predict where it's going,
Yeah,
which kind of makes reading potentially makes reading more fun, right?
yeah,
Obviously, in the case of Wind and Truth, I think it hurt us a whole lot more than it helped us.
yeah,
um,
yeah.
It
But
really showed flaws of like, oh my God. Like, okay.
yeah, I mean, it kind of helped me because I would have stopped reading it. I wanted to finish the book if I wasn't doing it for the podcast. So that's a good thing. Um, but yeah, talking about Davian. You got anything else on Davian?
Let's see.
Yes.
I think he is stronger than Rowan.
Yeah,
He just needs to figure out, it's like he's never come across this before, so he's like, oh shit, I have power over him so he can't control me. I just gotta figure out how to interrupt his control over others.
yeah. He did do a cool thing where he was like sucked in essence and like held it inside Khan and was able to like not blow it up or whatever, so he could like stay
He's like
alive.
he has basically has a essence reserve inside of a hardened con shell that has a
Mhm.
very tiny crack that's inside of him somewhere.
Yeah,
So it's like a battery. It's almost like a fucking Iron Man's
yeah,
thing in his
yeah,
chest, and it's just keeping him alive slowly by slowly. Um, uh,
yeah,
but yeah, I was trying to visualize what the fuck a hardened shell of Khan holding essence inside of his body is, and the fact that people like is like people said that you shouldn't do it,
Yeah.
because it's dangerous. Not that you can't do it, but you shouldn't do it because it's dangerous. But then he's like, maybe it happens because I don't have my own essence reserve and it's fine. And it's like, you
Yeah.
know, otherwise, like if you had your own essence reserve, it could be like putting a bag of holding inside of a bag of holding.
Yes.
Maybe that's what it is. Like
Yeah. Blows up. Um. Yeah.
the
That.
other th- the
Mhm.
other thing I made a note of here is it seemed to me that he had a very personal connection to Mao Shash's memory of his wedding. And I forget where that came up in this section.
Yeah.
But God, where was it? He had a he revisited the either the wedding or the um I, no, he revisited the memory that he pulled from Malchesh in Dalilanis,
Yeah.
and he started to I forget where it is. I forget all the details surrounding it, but I remember him going, "Man, this feels like I was there." And maybe it's part of reading people. I don't know. It makes it
Mm.
more of your memory.
Yeah. I mean, if you get if you remember a memory, yeah, probably makes it more real than anything else. But yeah, that was crazy. I don't. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're right that Malchus is Talcamore, but who actually knows now? Because they can all shape change and do weird shit. So who actually, and they can all share memories with each other. So
And
who
apparent
knows?
and apparently, did you also get the sense that the Ath exists and L exists now too? Elia, his wife.
Uh, I don't know about that. Maybe. I think they just interchanged her name to Nephgala and El. Well, I mean, El is also the name of the god.
Well, Nethgala is not a Venerate though.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I there's a Venerate. And I think it's a Ciliar. I think a Ciliar is his wife. Was Takumar's wife.
No.
I thought
So
we
I
had that.
don't think that's true.
I wrote a note here that she may actually be L.
I think they had like a thing, but they didn't got his wife. I don't know. But maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, it's I had gotten I felt a sense of somehow L returned to life and not the Ath. So after the Ath took on the persona and memories of L, something happened after where L was resurrected.
Nah, I didn't get that.
Okay.
But who knows with this book could be true. Some getting in some Full Metal Alchemist type shit over there. But yeah, yeah, but yeah, Davian stuff. Yeah, I'm curious to see, get more vessels and weird shit. So I'm sure it'll be cool. Hopefully, it will uh tie itself up this next part for like the all the Dylanus shit. Um, yeah,
So
you got anything
Fess
else? Bessie and
so Fessy, since she's with Davian, she she's like the most powerful like time traveling or time altering augur because like there was some mention that she like I mean she had Fessy, Aaron, I mean she had herself, Aaron, and Davian all time skipping.
yeah,
And like so, I think they mentioned like yeah, most people can't hold themselves like one person for as long as she was doing with three people.
Yeah, it seems like we're now kind of getting the fact that like the augurs are kind of like the mutants from X-Men instead of like a magic system where like they have like base powers and then they all have like this weird special power. Like Davian's is can tell people are lying. Fessy is like really good at time shit or slowing down time basically.
Rowan can make people believe, rewrite the truth in the world or whatever.
Yeah, and I forget
Which,
what.
which is like they with Davian and Rowan's conversation. Davian was like, "It's the opposite of me. Like I can
Yeah,
tell when people are lying, but you literally make people believe what you are saying is the truth. Like
yeah,
you magically do this." And when you magically try to do it with me, I'm like, this is the worst fucking lie in the fucking world. Like,
yeah, and the guy that died, he was really good at like commanding people, right? The
the
last
the
book, or is that there's that this guy Aaron? I can't remember commanded like the North War and all that.
oh the Toll
Yeah,
Tao? No,
yeah,
not Tao, not Toll. Is it Toll?
Cole. I don't know, somebody. It was in the first book. He died, but I'm just saying, like all the augurs seem to have
Cole.
yeah, they're basically all mutants.
Yeah, Cole, the third person with Aaron and Fessy, right? Is
Yeah,
that who you're talking about?
yeah, but he's like really good at command and controlling people. So yeah, it's weird that it's like not really a magic system. It's more more like mutant powers.
Yeah,
Um,
there's not really a hard rule set for this magic.
yeah. But they're cool. It's good seeing them. Um, and let's see, we got Weir. Um, yeah, his storyline is potentially going to get more interesting with Brishada. Um, and seeing what he does with her and the Gilshar and weird shit with that. I don't know exactly where that's going, but it's gonna be interesting. I don't know if we needed his like 15-year-old sister tagging along, but she's gonna be there. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm pretty sure she seemed young. I don't know if you've thought the same. I don't know if they actually said her age. I just kind of she read as like a teenager to me.
Yeah, I didn't like assign an age to her. But yeah, I would agree she's definitely younger than Weir. So
Yeah. Um,
I think I
and
think Weir and them were what, 16, 18?
yeah, they're at least probably like 18 or 20, something like that. Um, because they were in the academy and stuff. That probably is probably I mean it'd be weird if a 16-year-old was North Warden. Um, but yeah, curious to see what's in the journal and like all the revelations with that and like the
And what he was doing with
oaths.
the Oathstone.
Yeah, exactly. So that should be cool. But right now he's kind of more yeah, more kind of just background character right now.
Kind of almost like a schism, like, he created, like the schism of the Catholic Church, where it was like, all right, well, in order for, like, with the Catholic Church, there has to be a line of, like, whatever the term is, but like going all the way back from like Saint Peter or whatever down the line, he ordained priests and bestowed the ability to consecrate Eucharist down the line, and then at some point, priests that were actually ordained broke off and decided to start the Eastern Orthodox Church.
Yeah.
So the Catholic Church actually recognizes communion given in an Eastern Orthodox Church as legitimate
Hmm.
consecrated Eucharist. even though they're not like
Yeah.
because they started ordaining their own priests, and but there was that line down, um, which which is interesting. But I mean,
Yeah.
if you believe that the Pope is infallible, and this idea of okay, I have to ordain, you know, what, well then that opens up all other sorts of questions about questionable actions that clergy do. But
Yeah.
um, anyway, enough going down that line. But
That was
maybe the North Warden was creating his own um, administration.
yeah. Maybe and maybe like that's what the terrorists and the steward guy, I forgot his name is.
Layman.
Maybe they're part of like this little secret thing. We also found out what's interesting. I don't know how much to get into it that the Gilshar worship Talcomar as a god, and he like appeared to Brashada and gave her the weapon and everything, which was interesting because they hate the magic users
Oh,
and stuff.
there was other talk of like
The other god, yeah,
Diaris or
yeah,
whatever. It were there. It was obvious they were names of the Venerate.
yeah,
They're just slightly changed for a different country
yeah,
or culture or whatever. Um, that was part of that.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
with Brashada. So it's interesting that the Gilshar worship the Venerant, who are like magic users, but they hate the. So maybe Talcomar back in the day told them to.
They are not magic users. They are gods.
True. I mean,
There's a difference.
they are basically gods, though. They can time travel and live forever. They're kind of gods. But yeah, curious to see where this is gonna go. Yeah, I thought Brashado was cool. We get a new magic sword. Um, but yeah, and we'll see what happens with his sister if she plays an important role. Let's see, Asha. I like Asha. She's still kind of trying to figure shit out. Go to Thailand. But get more weird clues about her past. You had the prediction that she was a venerant or something like that that got her mind wiped. That's how she had like the weird visions. I didn't I didn't recognize the language of the like it was like obey or something in that vision. So I don't know, maybe that's like a lith language or some weird thing. We don't actually know. It's just something I was like, that's interesting. Seems kind of alien. Um, so we'll have to see what happens with her. And maybe she meets up with the Shadraheen again. Um, yeah, and then we have Talcmar doing all this crazy shit, being an Avenger, um, basically a superhero, and a you know mass murderer, genocider. So
But
yeah,
he's changed. And he's
he's
trying to
changed.
convince people that he's changed.
Yeah, and they're like, no.
But I thought it was very interesting his argument with Meldier is like this time I developed a personality while becoming friends with these people before I had my memories back. And so now I have compassion and empathy and we have to do this. He's like, no, no, that's the evil way.
Yeah,
It's like, no, it's not. He's like, yeah, it's and then like going back to Dauritia, the vision of Dauritia, where he killed millions of people, and it's like, oh yeah, that is bad. What I did was bad. Um, but yeah, a lot of and then the whole conversation between Alaris or King Alaris and Talcamar when he got let out of his 80-year sentence for what we don't know yet. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, he let him out and was like, "All right, I'm going to continue my search that was doing before I got put in jail here." Um, that whole conversation actually kind of reminded me of our conversation last time about redemption. It's like
Mm.
what is redemption? And then like Alarius is like, well, you served your time and you've changed. You recognized the error of your way, and so now you're free to go. It's like,
Yep.
what about now? Like he doesn't have his memories. Alaris has suddenly changed. He's like, no, you're evil. You did evil things. Like we can't let you be out. Like I have no memory of these evil things. You just gave me my memory back. Like,
Yeah, but it's weird. They like don't really want to fight him. They're still like kind of bros. And they're like, hey, you go do the thing with the lith, and we'll figure out what to do with
yeah, well, I
the
think I
the
think that
devil or
was.
something. I
I
don't
feel
know.
like that was part of his plan to begin with, is because if he got Licanius, it meant that he had a year to do whatever he needed to do and fulfill his promise to the Lith, and the Venerate wouldn't stop him, because if he didn't fulfill the promise to the Lith, it seems like the Lith is going to kill everybody, including the Venerate. So they're like, we don't want to die, so we're not going to stop you. But hey, look, this other stuff that you're trying to do, this stuff is not the good stuff. You need to stop trying to do this stuff. But you go handle the lith, and then we'll worry about all this other stuff after you handle the lith. And we lived at this point.
Yeah.
It seems kind of like that might be
Yeah, I
part
could
of
see
the
that.
case. So
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird.
I do want since we're talking about Tal and the visions and everything, um, I really did love Caden's fight with the Ciliar. Um,
Just
it was fun where she kind of beat the shit out of him and whatnot, like almost made him die.
yeah.
Um, and it was like 5 or 6 pages long at minimum. Um,
Yeah, he did like a cool like con string or something to like blow up a building. That was fun. Um, yeah, that's cool magic stuff.
yeah, I thought in the book there was something where he's like, "I'm powerful. I can destroy buildings," and someone was like, that's buildings."
Yeah.
And it's like, I think it was a Ciliar was saying that, and like how she can do so much more.
Yeah,
But
they're basically
apparently he's not the most powerful of them. Did you get that sense too? Like,
I got the sense he was like the most powerful, but not the best fighter. Like Aciliar was the best like in combat, but he was maybe like the most unless everybody can blow up cities, then I don't know.
yeah,
They're not doing it.
it was weird because like they're all afraid of him, but there was some, I forget which one it was he was talking to. I think it
Yeah, I
was
mean,
Alaris at the end.
yeah,
He was talking to, and he was like, and maybe it's because Tal is had his memories wiped or something else
yeah,
blocking his powers. Um, but
yep,
obviously, when he holds Licanius, it's almost like the Sword of Kalendor or Excalibur.
yeah,
And he's more powerful with it.
true.
But I think anybody would be more powerful with it. So, what was your favorite? I know we're kind of going out of order here, but
Yeah, yeah,
whatever.
but we kind of talked about all the characters and everything. But my favorite, I'll probably I don't know, probably the flashback where he like blew up the entire city. Was just pretty crazy seeing like that level of power and that and like I really like the a lot of the flashbacks. Like the flashback with him putting Islar in the coffin thing was really good and really
That one was
harrowing.
really good. It was
Yeah,
very emotional. Like,
yeah. So probably those two, I have to say.
and another of my favorite moments was again, it's a flashback, but the one where they're all being Avengers and fighting Pater, and they're like having bets on if Talcumar can actually like knock the helmets off of all of the controlled people before somebody else takes the commander out.
Yeah.
Um,
Know what it remind me of? Instead of the Avengers, the other Marvel movie. Oh my God, with all like the ancient superheroes. You know which one I'm
the
talking about?
Eternals.
Eternals. It reminded me of the Eternals.
Okay, I can see that.
And maybe there'd be like a celestial god being born after a while. Um, but yeah, that part was
Speaking
cool.
of that, that celestial hand is still in the fucking ocean in the MCU.
Yeah. It's
If
just
anybody's
crazy.
following MCU, that's a thread that's left out.
Still there.
Yeah.
Um, just
Nobody
crazy.
talks about it.
Nope. And maybe that's where Talcumar is. That's where Licanius is.
They
Um,
they 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 rebuilt a lot of New York City very very quickly too.
yeah, they're good like that.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I like them being superheroes, showing like their relationships changed and shit. It was pretty cool. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
I like the lightheartedness of that vision.
yeah.
Um, oh, and with that, so speaking of like the writing style and whatnot, it
Mhm.
actually that chapter and then all the changes of the Venerate and like or seemingly they change and then like some are crazy. They all seem to think Talcumar is crazy or whatnot. Uh,
Yeah,
the Venerate as a whole actually are starting to remind me more of the Heralds in Stormlight
I can see that.
rather than
Forsaken.
the Forsaken.
Yeah,
Which I mean, they're kind of I can see the Heralds being influenced by the Forsaken, but for like the side of good. But then you have the overarching like, well, which side is good? And we kind of with the Stormlight Archives, they delved into that a little bit, like
yeah,
are they good or are they just people on one side of something? Um,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. They definitely do feel like heralds more than Forsaken. Once you get to kind of know them,
yeah,
which is interesting. Yeah, that's pretty weird. This is where like this book I enjoyed a lot. And then it's like then Davy goes and fights the Purple Man. You're like, okay, that's very random. I was having fun with the Talcumar crazy Harold insane shit, and it's like, oh, and then Weir's talking to his mom. You're like, all right,
and then
how,
Asha is overdoing Highlanders bullshit.
yeah. It's like once it's hopefully it's gonna get tied together and a maybe Sanderlanche-ish type thing, I think will be cool. But right now it's just like it's very weird. It's very disjointed.
Yeah, I completely agree, and I'm trying to see where it's really going. And he's trying to give us pieces that connect,
Yeah.
but not very detailed.
No, yeah. I think once it does connect, it's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Like I think it's written well enough, that it's gonna be really cool. And it's pretty well rated, so I assume it's gonna eventually come together. It's just
Yeah,
gotta
I think
find it.
I I have hopes that it'll wrap up nicely.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. One thing we didn't discuss yet is like the world building stuff.
Mhm.
Um, a lot of what I have there are just like the reveals of what certain named like uh proper noun things
Mm,
in the book are, which is fun. Like,
yeah.
we've talked about the coffin like things, the tributaries.
Mm,
And kind of I in this section I started to surmise what their purpose was, and then it explained and confirmed the purpose of
yeah.
essentially being a essence battery draining into, or sorry, an essence drain device that puts the essence into a battery that then feeds the boundary.
Mm.
Um, that's pretty cool. You talked about the planes of the decay, which is like the center of it.
Yeah, it seemed like it opened up, like, or merged some of the dark lands into the actual thing, which is interesting because they're basically like ghosts there that would like attack you if you were outside the little force field or wherever they're in. So I don't know. The Darklands seem interesting. We haven't really gotten too much about that yet.
yeah. There was a few other things that I have here that are worth talking about. Um, there was mention of the chamber, and what I got of like there was like one line that was sent something about, oh, that will send them back. They were sent back to the chamber, and it feels like that's kind of like a resurrection place. Like if we were talking about Stormlight, it'd be like Braze. So like
Yeah,
sending them back to this place and get a sense of like, okay, yeah, they actually do die for like they are dead for a little while and then need to be like resurrected or reborn. And so they may not come back immediately. And like it seems like the chamber is this thing potentially.
yeah. So I kind of got that it was like the place in the prologue, but I could be mistaken.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
That could make
but
sense.
but yeah, we don't really know too much about it. So that's just I was like, yeah, maybe that's where the prologue started off at.
I like that. I like that idea. And then one other connection. I really the telesthesia, the black armor.
Hmm.
It really reminds me of the necromongers from Chronicles of Riddick
Yeah, yeah, that's
because you got
cool.
the time thing going on there.
Yeah, it's a good pool.
Um, because it was like when they it was in the vision, right? When they were going, and it was like, oh, these people they're being controlled by one person, but all these armies are in this black armor
Yeah,
and they're trying to take over parts of the world. Like,
yeah. You keep what you kill.
yeah, yeah.
That's a weird movie. I like that movie though.
Oh, they're so good. I like
Yeah.
Pitch Black too.
Oh yeah.
Like Pitch Black is really good, and then it opened up into Riddick, and I was like, okay, well that world just opened up a whole
Yeah,
lot.
it's so different, but Chronicle Rick is fun. It's a fun movie.
Yeah, I need to watch it again.
It's been a while.
Oh, we did get so mention of so it was funny because weaving threads is something that's in Wheel of Time.
Mm.
Um, in the chapters with Davian, he talks about seeing threads of things.
Yeah,
Um, so, and we also learn that Khan can be tied off and something left around something. So it's almost like I think it was called an inverted weave
yeah,
in
Wheel
like
of Time.
Wheel of Time, where somebody doesn't have to continuously put power into something; it just exists.
Yeah, it's a circle, so it just keeps powering itself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we got a little bit of that. Um, Anything else you have for kind of world building stuff?
not not really. Just I mean, we got the stuff with Weir's dad with like the secret society or whatever, but we didn't really get too much of that, so we'll probably get more into that next section.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
yeah. And predictions. We'll end off with predictions.
enough with predictions. All right.
Unless you had something else outside of what we've
No,
already
not
talked.
really. I since this is not so we're doing four sections, right?
Yes.
So we still got. I think in this section, we're gonna finish the Rowan stuff. I think Davian is gonna kill him, and
Yeah, I don't
maybe
can't
yeah,
see the conflict with Rowan
last
lasting a long time.
yeah. Maybe this is where he gets one of those scars that like Asha saw him have in book one. Um, let's see.
Where so I know he goes to Prive. Where else is he?
Who?
Davian. Is Tol Shin in Prive?
I think so. No, no, I think Tol atheism. No, wait, no, Tolshin's in Prague.
Tolathian is in Illinois.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's Tolshin's in Prague.
Okay. But it's like a Tol Shin is a
It's like right
separate
out. It's
place
like
from
right
Prive.
outside. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's right outside the city, basically.
Yeah, I hate that the map doesn't actually show like Tolshin, Tol, Athian.
Yeah,
It's just like, okay, well, where are these places? Because then the other one was it in Caladel?
I
Is
think so.
the school that they started off in the beginning
Yeah,
of the book? Okay.
yeah. But all the tolls are like separate from the cities up there, like adjacent to.
Yeah.
Um, I think they're probably gonna somehow need to get to Dylanus. I think it's probably gonna, from what I just see with a couple different people, Terrace and then Asha and now uh Caden. I think everybody's gonna start. So he's gonna like kill Rowan and like get some reason to go to Dylanus. Um, that's my thing with Davian.
Yeah, and there was the with with Dylanus, didn't Alaris tell Talcamore that was like the only place where Nethgala couldn't get
Nethgalo
hurt?
could not get killed, yeah. So she
Okay.
has some sort of power. Let's see. Uh I think we're gonna find out that like Talcomar made the all the shit or something like that. Like
All
it's
the
gonna be
vessels?
yeah, vessels, yeah, the like the trackers and stuff. It's gonna be something like that. Or maybe like Davian, I don't know. It's gonna be something weird that like somebody we know made the vessels. Which makes sense. It would be Talcomar. He did it for some reason that he doesn't remember anymore. That's my prediction with Weir's stuff.
So speaking of that, though, we know Andreil created the vessel swords,
Yeah,
but we don't know if they had already had knowledge of how to create vessels. They just
we know that you need Khan to do it because that's what kind of Davian learned.
yeah, you
Um,
need Khan to create a vessel.
so presumably they all could create vessels. We just know that Andrew created the swords. Or at least those five swords. Somebody else could have created more swords. We don't really know. Somebody created that armor, the time armor. Could I don't think we know who exactly created that. It seems probably like it's Andril. Um,
I think they told us.
they
Wrote
might
it
have.
down. Because that armor, it's made from the scales of the Dargathan, and it repels both essence and con.
Yeah,
I did not write down a name for who created it, but
it was one of the Venerate for sure.
yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. I mean, it could be uh Andril, but I don't really see what that would do. Like what that revelation would really matter. So it's probably gonna be like Talcomar. Um, I have no idea what's going to happen with Prashada. Why she can suddenly channel or use essence. Uh, so, do you have a prediction for her?
No, no, the only prediction I had was I already answered. Like as I
Yeah,
was reading, I wrote down like predictions, and so of course, she was the quote unquote spy in the Desreal army.
yeah,
I don't know what I feel like I had some thoughts. I didn't write them down. As she was telling him about what happened. Um,
yeah,
I mean, it could have been, I don't know,
yeah. I'm
something
sure.
she did with the sword.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there has to be a reason why Talcmar gave her the sword and had her specifically save them so they could meet him in the past. Um, so
Yeah.
I don't know. So she's gonna be something important. Um, I don't think she's like a veteran or anything like that, but we'll see. Um, but
So,
yeah,
a few other things I wrote down. Uh, one, it would be interesting. One, if Rowan was the one that was controlling the king, and then his power is only a certain radius, and then he shows up in Tolshen because he's like, "Oh fuck, I gotta get out of here." From Elena.
yeah.
That, or it'd be interesting if Elosian was somehow an augur and could control the king, and that control somehow was still maintained even though he was being controlled. Would be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, or if Rohan was employed by Elosian, and then when Elosian left, or when Elosian died, Rowan escaped, or something where they may have been working together.
I could see that.
It could be, and these I'm not attached to any of these specifically. Like,
Yeah.
but like, okay, what if this happened? What if this happened?
Or
Um,
like, yeah. He's not. I don't think he was super old, so I don't think he's like a pre-war augur hiding, like a Skriner or the Shadraheen. So yeah, I could see him because we don't. Yeah, we never got confirmation on who was controlling the king. But he had to be close enough to be able to like talk to him a bunch. So maybe I don't know.
um, then let's see. It seems that somebody has to be put into a tributary to repair the boundary. And I have a question of who that would be. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah,
Asha? What if Asha goes? So what if the Venerate have not Talcamar, Davian in Ilshan Gathdel Teth as bait, and he's in a tributary, and Asha goes, and they put both of them in a tributary. I don't know.
yeah, maybe.
But why would the Venerate need to put them in tributaries? Because the Venerate seem to not want the boundary.
Yeah, it
Well,
also
well,
seems like they could have rescued the two people from the tributary at any time. Because it
unless they didn't
wasn't
know where they were.
true unless they didn't know where it was.
That I mean that's totally fair because what's his name, Alaris is like, I have no clue where Atlantis is. So like apparently Talcamar and one other person, I think he said, knew where Atlantis was. Or not Talcamar. If Talcamar knew where Atlantis was, he wouldn't ask Alaris.
Well, he was asking if he could like teleport him. And he was at which Laris is like only a couple people can teleport.
Oh yeah, make a gateway or whatever to
Yeah,
there because
yeah,
yeah. And the
because
portal box that he has doesn't have a So each side of the portal box apparently has a gateway to a certain city or a
Yeah,
place.
yeah,
And Dylanus is not one of those.
yeah. Because going back to the kind of how they're all more superheroes than magic users, it does seem like there's only a few people that have each different skill, um, which is interesting. Yeah, I don't know.
And then the last question I had was, bear with me here,
All right.
is the Shadraheen Isiliar?
She seemed too rational to be a Ciliar. I mean, they can shapeshift, so even though they look different, I don't know. I don't know. I think she's definitely a Venerant. I don't think she's a Shiliar though. I mean, maybe she's not a Venerant. She's something. She's maybe a Lith because she knows future Davian, right?
Hmm.
Because when Asha tells her about future Davian, she's like, "Oh, okay, cool." So she has to be a time traveler or a Venerant or something like that. I don't think she's a Shiliar. Seemed too like calculating to be her. So she could be, let's see, one of the other ones that we haven't met yet. I have more written down. Maybe she is, let's see, Seer or Dyer. I think Dyer is actually dead though. And Tissus is dead. So maybe she's Seer.
Is Tissus a woman as well?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I was trying to write down like genders
She,
of each of
I
them.
think they said she. It was last time where they had a flashback and they were like, she got killed for realsies.
Yeah, so
Uh,
Seer and Wereth were the only ones that I didn't have a
yeah,
known male female for.
yeah, and Diara is permadead too, right? She got killed by the king, and that's like it
It,
made
Pater stabbed her.
yeah,
Yeah. But then we had Brashada talk about DRS or whatever,
yeah,
who's
but
obviously
yeah,
Diaro.
yeah. For some reason, when I read that flashback, it made it seem like she was permadead too, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, but
Because
I
she got hit by a special sword, but I think maybe only Licanius can kill everybody.
yeah, I was gonna say I think maybe Licanius is the only one that can perma kill you, but all the other vessel swords that he created will send you to the chamber.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know, maybe that's it, but who knows?
Yeah,
Until you finish reading the book.
yeah. But I definitely, I hope the Shadraheen comes back next section. Because she seemed cool, and they just all just like disappeared. We still haven't gotten a resolution for that weird mystery of all the Shadraheen's people
Yeah.
disappearing. So that's gonna be interesting. Maybe she is one of the people that can do the teleportation thing. Um, you look back up who Laura said could do that. Yeah, all in all, really fun. Looking forward to the next section. Do we have the chapters for that?
I did not decide upon this before. Let's see here, but we can do that real quick.
So it'd be 23 to something.
Yeah, so we're going to read from chapter 23. And so there's only 60, 17, 18 more chapters. So, oh, wait, hold on. No, Jesus. My math is so wrong. There's 26 chapters and an epilogue. All right, so we're at 397. So that puts us close to 600. We can read
23 to
through 36, 23 through 36.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah. We really should have had one more chapter on this one, but
Oh well.
all right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, we're going to read 14 chapters. All right, through chapter 36.
All right, good.
Stop at 37.
All right,
Yeah.
good chunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Start off
All
with
right.
Dave. Start off with Davian. That'll be fun.
Yeah. Find out. It says Davian blinked as his eyes adjusted to the inside of the vault.
Ooh. All right.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
All right. Thank y'all for making it this far with us. We really appreciate it. We love to talk about books. We love to read books. We love to play role-playing games, board games. Go to concerts, watch movies, watch TV shows. We like to do all those nerdy things. Jiu-jitsu, martial arts, all sorts of fun stuff. So, um, we like having y'all here. We like hearing about people. Every now and then, I have friends that tell me, "Hey, I actually read that book and I listened to this thing," or "Hey, I don't, I don't know the books you're talking about, but I listened to your podcast," and it's like, "Oh, cool." Um, so here,
Yeah.
and
I know Chris and Tony are getting into Liza Lamora, so they're enjoying.
nice.
And they said they're going to start listening to the first book. I don't know if they started that yet, but they
Okay.
said,
Well, I'm glad they told you. They didn't
yeah,
tell me. But I know your mom gave one of them all three books. But
yeah. I think she gave Chris one of them. I'd say it's Patrick's Day.
yeah, it was funny. She was like, "I bought these books. Do you know anybody that needs them?" Like, why'd you buy them in the first place? Like, did she try to read them or
I think she tried the first one.
okay? And she was like, "This isn't for me."
Yeah, yeah,
Eh,
understandable.
oh, your mom's cool. She's like, your mom is like the mom, like the friend mom. It's like, hey, everybody can come over here if they need a place to sleep or eat or whatever.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
just don't tell her any insulting things or accusations about her sons that may not be true. She'll slap you in the face.
there you go.
um, But yeah, anyway, thank y'all for being here. Do us a favor and you can hit that like button on this video or wherever else. Subscribe, share it, leave a rating or review. All those things help us out, get into the ears and the eyes of people like you and people like us. And so it's fun. Don't forget to visit our sponsor, Mudcat Whiskers, mudcatwhiskers.com. Use code paperweights at checkout to save yourself some money. And we will be back next week talking about the third of four parts, I guess, of an echo of things to come. Bye.
Bye.